Welcome to Puerto Rico, often called the Jewel of the Caribbean. This island is more than just land. It's a living soul filled with ocean breezes, golden sunlight, and crashing waves. Every corner holds a story, from untouched beaches to ancient cobblestone streets echoing with history. Puerto Rico's history goes back thousands of years, when the native Taino people lived in harmony with nature. In 1493, explorer Christopher Columbus arrived on his second voyage, beginning the island's first cultural encounter with Europe, opening a new chapter in its story. Puerto Rico is where three cultures, Taino, Spanish, and African, blend in every dance, every dish, every melody. From Afro-Caribbean drum beats to Spanish-style cathedrals, the culture here is vivid and alive, just like its people, full of Boricua pride. On this small island, nature is astonishingly diverse. There's the lush rainforest of El Yunque, glowing bioluminescent bays that sparkle like magic at night, and endless untouched beaches. Here, nature doesn't just amaze, it tells stories of wonder and life. In San Juan, the historic capital of Puerto Rico, time seems to stand still among thick stone walls and the mighty El Morro fortress. Cobblestone streets guide you through the past, where Spanish legacy still lingers in the architecture and the island's soul. In the end, what truly makes Puerto Rico special is its people, passionate souls who live every moment to the fullest. They sing, they dance, and they welcome you into the Boricua world, where everything is vibrant, warm, and alive. Tucked between limestone cliffs in Manatee, Mar Chiquita is a strange and stunning crescent-shaped beach, as if nature accidentally left behind a masterpiece. From above, it looks like a secret pool fed directly by the sea. Mar Chiquita isn't your typical bay. It was formed when the sea carved a narrow opening between two massive rock formations, allowing waves to rush into a calm lagoon. It's a space where peace and power meet. As sunlight touches the surface, the water here shifts from turquoise to emerald, then to deep blue, like a living palette of nature. Every hour of the day, Mar Chiquita wears a different dress. The sound of waves crashing into the rocks creates a natural symphony, sometimes gentle, sometimes fierce. It's a melody found only where the sea and stone breathe together in rhythm. For locals, Mar Chiquita is a beloved natural pool. Children learn to swim here, adults unwind in the still waters. It's as if the sea embraces the whole community in a gentle hug. Not found on many crowded travel guides, Mar Chiquita is a secret that everyone wants to keep to themselves. To reach it, you'll pass through narrow roads and even scale a few rocks, but that only makes the place more precious. During the windy season, Mar Chiquita transforms. Waves surge through the rock opening like roaring beasts, and the beach no longer feels gentle, but wild and dramatic. Perhaps what makes Mar Chiquita truly special isn't just the view, but the feeling it brings, a strange calmness in the middle of the vast ocean. Here, you don't just see the sea, you hear yourself. Amid Puerto Rico's wild southern lands, two rounded peaks rise like nature's question marks. Cerro Las Tetas, or the hills, fascinates not just for their shape, but for the cultural stories woven into their. According to ancient Taino legend, the peaks represent the Earth Mother, the giver of life, fertility, and spirit. For them, Cerro Las Tetas isn't just a mountain, it's a sacred symbol of creation. Hidden in the town of Salinas, Cerro Las Tetas isn't a common tourist stop. But its isolation preserves its wild beauty, a place close to the earth and sky, far from the noise of modern life. The climb to the top isn't simple. You'll pass through brush, over sharp rocks, and feel your heartbeat rise with the slope. But that journey reveals why this place feels so sacred. From the top of Cerro Las Tetas, southern Puerto Rico unfolds at your feet. The wind howls, the sky stretches endlessly, and you realize you're standing in the purest form of nature. Many see this as sacred ground, a place of ancient energy. They don't just come for the view, but to meditate, to connect with ancestors, with Mother Earth, and with their own spirit. Surrounding Cerro Las Tetas is a rich ecosystem. Native birds soar overhead, trees sway with the breeze, and sunbeams dance between the leaves. Every second here feels vividly alive. When you leave Cerro Las Tetas, you take more than a photo. You take a feeling of a raw, peaceful, soulful Puerto Rico. It's a kind of beauty that speaks not through words, but through presence. Rising above the Caribbean's heat and coastlines, El Yunque stands as a lush green oasis where clouds kiss treetops. It's the only tropical rainforest in the U.S. National Forest System, Puerto Rico's natural crown jewel. For thousands of years, El Yunque was sacred to the Taino people, the island's original inhabitants. They believed this forest was home to Yucahu, the god of agriculture and life itself. Entering El Yunque is like stepping into another world. Bird calls echo, droplets fall from high canopies, and the air is thick and earthy. This isn't just a hike, it's a full-body experience. Deep within the forest, waterfalls like La Mina cascade down mossy rocks, wild yet mystical. Many visitors come to El Yunque just to quietly sit and feel the spirit of the water. El Yunque is home to hundreds of unique plant and animal species. At night, you'll hear the iconic coqui, a tiny frog with a giant voice, pulsing like the forest's own heartbeat. At the summit of El Toro, the highest point in the forest, it feels like walking on clouds. The wind roars, the horizon disappears, and the forest falls silent, leaving only your heartbeat in the stillness. In El Yunque, rain can arrive without warning, nature's reminder that time flows differently here. There are no schedules, only moments. You learn to slow down, to breathe deeper. Leaving El Yunque isn't easy. A part of you stays behind, with the forest's sounds, the gentle mist, the rare feeling of clarity. This is Puerto Rico with no filter, raw, real, unforgettable. Luquillo Beach greets you with a gentle sunrise as the sun peeks over the sparkling sea. The first rays shine through the rows of palm trees, casting golden light over the sands, creating a peaceful scene that few places on Earth can match. Just minutes away from the Yunque rainforest, Luquillo feels like a paradise nestled between sea and jungle. Quiz time. Mar Chiquita was formed by A. A volcanic eruption. B. An underground river. C. A break in rocks created by ocean waves. What do you think is the right answer? Comment your guess below, and don't forget to subscribe for more hidden gems across Puerto Rico. The cool ocean breeze mixes with the scent of tropical foliage, creating an atmosphere that's vibrant and refreshing. Luquillo Beach is more than just beautiful. It carries ancient stories from the Taino people who once lived, fished, and left behind traces of a deep bond between humanity and nature. Waves gently lap the shores of Luquillo, whispering stories of life in motion. It's the perfect place to unwind, swim, or simply melt into the rhythm of the ocean and the warmth of the sand. As the sun sets, Luquillo comes alive with its famous kioscos, beachfront food stalls. From mofongo to tostones, every dish is a flavorful piece of Puerto Rican culture and tradition. In Luquillo, time seems to slow down. It's more than just a beach. It's a place to listen to yourself, reconnect with nature, and witness a beauty untouched by time. Welcome to Isla de Cabras, a small island packed with Puerto Rican history. Located at the entrance of San Juan Bay, it was once a strategic lookout post, and today it offers a peaceful escape for visitors. Here you'll find Fort El Cañuelo, the lesser-known sibling of Castillo San Felipe del Morro. Though smaller, its role in defending the city from invaders was absolutely vital. From Isla de Cabras, you get a panoramic view of Old San Juan. It's a unique perspective, where the historic city walls meet the peaceful expanse of the surrounding sea. You'll find remnants of military history, cannon mounts, watchtowers, and stone platforms. Every rock here carries the legacy of battles fought to protect this island. Beyond the historical ruins, Isla de Cabras is also a spot of natural beauty. With strong ocean breezes, crystal-clear waters, and gentle waves, it's a perfect place for a relaxing picnic. This little island is home to various seabirds and native lizards. Stay still for a moment, and you'll hear birdsong mingling with ocean sounds, a raw, natural symphony. Unlike the crowded tourist spots, Isla de Cabras offers peace and privacy. It's the ideal place to escape the rush of life. Just you, the breeze, and the echoes of history. Fuerte San Geronimo sits quietly on the shore of Condado, but its past is anything but silent. Built in the late 18th century, it served as the first line of defense when enemies approached San Juan Bay. Every stone here carries the imprint of battles and bravery. Among the network of forts guarding San Juan, San Geronimo is the last coastal stronghold still standing. Small but resilient, It once worked alongside larger forts like El Morro and San Cristobal to defend the city from enemy warships. You'll see thick coral stone walls, moss-covered, and old gun mounts facing the sea. They seem to tell stories of colonial times, when Puerto Rico stood between empires and San Geronimo was the front line in the struggle for survival. Positioned at the entrance connecting San Juan to the Condado Lagoon, the fort's location was of vital strategic importance. Any ship approaching the city from the east had to pass within firing range of San Geronimo. It served as a shield between nature and the city. Today, the fort is tucked between towering hotels and the bustling beach of Condado. This contrast makes San Geronimo stand out, a living memory in the heart of modernity, still standing firm against time and urban change. Inside the fort, narrow passages, ammo rooms, and small shooting windows reveal themselves. The tight spaces help you imagine the soldiers' lives, cramped, tense, yet fueled by the will to defend. San Geronimo is surrounded by endless waves crashing along its edge. Every gust of wind carries echoes of the past. Though battered by storms and time, the fort stands strong, a timeless symbol of Puerto Rican resilience. Fuerte San Geronimo is undergoing restoration, part of an effort to preserve it as a living piece of national heritage. It's more than a tourist site. It's a place to listen to history, to feel the sacrifice, and to be proud of what came before. Cayo Lobos is a small island off the eastern coast of Puerto Rico, near Fajardo. Though little known, its untouched beauty feels like a dream still asleep. Crystal clear waters, white sands, and an endless blue sky. No hotels, no bars, just pure nature and absolute quiet. Cayo Lobos is ideal for snorkeling, kayaking, or simply rediscovering peace in the soft rhythm of the sea. To reach Cayo Lobos, you'll take a 15-20 minute boat ride from Fajardo. Along the way, the Caribbean Sea stretches out like blue silk, and you'll feel like you've entered another world. Beneath the waters around the island lies a vibrant world of coral, colorful fish, and delicate marine life. It's one of the lesser-known snorkeling spots, yet incredibly rich in untouched biodiversity. There are no clocks on the island, no phone signal, just the wind, the waves, and the breath of nature. Cayo Lobos isn't where you go to do things. It's where you go to come back to yourself. Cayo Lobos isn't loud or famous on tourist maps, but for those who've been there, it's a quiet treasure, a place where Puerto Rico's purest beauty remains untouched by time. Pinones Beach is a stunning stretch of coast just outside San Juan, known for its dark golden sands, untamed waves, and deeply local atmosphere. Here, you'll feel a Puerto Rico that's raw, real, and full of life. Walk along the beachfront road and you'll find local food stalls serving Puerto Rican favorites like alcapurrias, bacalaitos, and tostones. Every bite is filled with the warm, spicy soul of the Caribbean. Pinones isn't a manicured resort beach. Here, you'll see wild palms, strong surf, and mangrove forests stretching behind the sand. It's raw, untamed beauty, perfect for lovers of nature in its purest form. A unique feature of Pinones is the bike trail through the mangroves, where you hear birds, feel the breeze, and smell the salty air. It's not just a physical ride, but a full sensory journey. Pinones is the heart of the Afro-Caribbean community in Puerto Rico. With bomba music, drum beats, dancing, and a deep sense of unity, every step on its sand echoes the pulse of culture. Pinones isn't polished, but it's powerfully real. This is where you see a different Puerto Rico, not in postcards, but in the rhythm, the flavors, and the people who keep the island's soul alive. La Perla, meaning the pearl, lies just outside the ancient walls of Old San Juan. Once seen as a rough area, today it's a colorful cultural destination, holding a beauty not always visible at first glance. La Perla emerged in the 18th century, when people forbidden to live within San Juan's walls settled just outside. It became a home for those pushed to the margins, but who never backed down. As you walk through La Perla, vivid murals cover the walls, telling stories of its people, their pain, dreams, and revival. Street art here isn't decoration, it's the heartbeat of the community. Just behind the homes lies the vast Caribbean Sea. Waves crash against stone steps where children play, locals fish, and the whole neighborhood pulses with its own rhythm, unrushed, unfiltered, and real. La Perla isn't a relic, it lives, breathes, and moves. Reggaeton echoes from balconies, bomba drums beat during festivals, and passionate Spanish conversations fill the air with island flavor. This is where the world-famous Despacito music video was filmed. But beyond the spotlight is La Perla's real story, a place once forgotten, now reborn as a symbol of pride and resilience. La Perla isn't just a place, it's a community of unbreakable people. Through storms, poverty, and prejudice, they've held on to identity, neighborhood bonds, and belief in their worth. If you look with your heart, you'll see that La Perla lives up to its name, a true gem of San Juan. Not perfect or polished, but honest, deep, and glowing in a way no other place can. Sugarcane Pier, once used to transport sugarcane from land to offshore ships, now stands as a rusty iron frame reaching into the sea, a silent memory surrounded by waves. In the early 20th century, sugarcane was Puerto Rico's white gold. This pier was the lifeline connecting plantations to ships bound for faraway markets. With its rusted beams rising from turquoise waters, Sugarcane Pier draws photographers seeking moody, scenic shots. The mix of decay and beauty offers a powerful backdrop for portraits and landscapes alike. At day's end, golden sunlight paints the rusted beams, turning the pier into a living canvas. With waves gently lapping and sea breeze in the air, it's the perfect spot to sit in silence and watch time pass. Though no longer in use, Sugarcane Pier remains standing, a witness to the past. It represents a chapter of industrial history and the enduring spirit of Puerto Rico's coastal communities. Today, people come to Sugarcane Pier not to work, but to reflect, take photos, or simply pause. It's a place where time slows down and where the beauty of what once was still quietly remains. Fajardo isn't just a city, it's a gateway to the Caribbean. From here, you can reach stunning offshore islands. Only after dark does Fajardo reveal its greatest secret, Laguna Grande, a glowing, bioluminescent bay. Every paddle stroke lights up millions of microscopic organisms, like the stars have fallen beneath your kayak. At Puerto del Rey, the largest marina in the Caribbean, white sails line up to head out to sea. Fajardo is paradise for ocean lovers, those who crave freedom on the open water. Just minutes by boat from Fajardo, Palomino Island appears like a jewel in the sea. With white sands, crystal clear waters, and seclusion, it's the perfect escape into untouched nature. At waterfront restaurants, you'll savor fresh-caught seafood, lobster, red snapper, crispy tostones. The flavor of Fajardo is a rich fusion of the sea and local Puerto Rican tradition. As one of the first places to greet the sun in Puerto Rico, Fajardo welcomes each day in golden orange waves. It's the perfect place to start a journey, not just across waters, but within yourself. Vieques is a small, secluded island where nature remains untouched. It's not a place of noisy resorts, but a haven where you can truly find peace in the heart of the Caribbean. At night, Mosquito Bay glows like magic. It's the brightest bioluminescent bay on Earth, where every movement in the water lights up millions of glowing organisms beneath your kayak. Playa Caracas is a dreamy beach of soft white sand and turquoise water. No crowds, no engines, just wind, waves, and the vast sky welcoming you into nature's embrace. Vieques was once a U.S. Navy testing ground for decades. Though marked by a complex history, today it's being restored, transforming into an ecological sanctuary of life and healing. Across the island, wild horses roam freely, from beaches to town squares. No fences, no reins. They are the living symbol of freedom that defines Vieques. At Sunbay, you can wake up in nature, unzip your tent, and watch the sunrise paint the sea. A simple moment, but one that brings a deep connection to the earth and sky. The people of Vieques are proud of their island. They don't just live here, they protect and love every coral reef, every road, and every beach as part of themselves. Some places you visit and forget, but Vieques stays with you. Not because of noise or thrills, but because of how it lets you be yourself in the embrace of raw, pure nature. Arecibo stands between the waves and the sky, where limestone cliffs embrace the Atlantic. It's a city where raw natural beauty meets the towering achievements of human curiosity. Once the largest single-dish radio telescope in the world, Arecibo Observatory helped explore the universe, search for alien life, and listen to signals from distant stars. Though it collapsed in 2020, its legacy remains unmatched. Inside Cueva del Indio, you'll find petroglyphs carved by the ancient Taíno people centuries ago. It's a sacred link between nature and spirit, past and present. Along Arecibo's coast, towering stone arches sculpted by waves over millennia echo the whispers of time with each crashing tide. The Arecibo Lighthouse lights the sea, but once stood alongside the great observatory that gazed into the stars. It's where ocean and outer space meet on the edge of Puerto Rico. Cambalache Forest is a tropical sanctuary, where biking or hiking trails take you through lush greenery, bird songs, and glimpses of rare wildlife in serene silence. La Poza del Obispo is a cozy beach with a crystal-clear natural pool encased by rocks. When sunlight hits, the water sparkles like a jewel carved into the wild coast. Arecibo is where the Taíno left ancient marks. Scientists sent signals to the stars, and nature still reigns untouched. It's a place where time doesn't fade. It simply changes form. At Puerto Rico's southwestern tip, where land meets endless sea, Faro Los Morillos rises like a watchful flame. Here, you feel both small and powerful, cradled by nature's vast embrace. Built in 1882, the lighthouse stands tall atop striking white cliffs overlooking the turquoise Caribbean. In the sunlight, it looks like a lonely tower amid breathtaking wilderness. The red dirt path to Faro Los Morillos winds through cactus fields and golden grass. Walking here feels like stepping into a Western film, set against a Caribbean sky. Just beyond the lighthouse, El Mirador cliffs plunge into the deep ocean. The howling winds and crashing waves echo like the wild heartbeat of the sea. Though over 140 years old, Faro Los Morillos retains its vintage charm. Its white walls, wooden doors, and rusty rails whisper tales of ships, storms, and journeys that never truly end. More than a beacon for ships, Faro has become a symbol of Cabo Rojo, resilience, light, and timeless beauty. It's no longer just an engineering feat, it's the soul of this land. Just steps from the lighthouse lie the pink-hued salt flats of Salinas, where still waters mirror the sky. It's the perfect contrast between the ocean's fury and the lake's calm. As you leave Faro Los Morillos, you don't just take photos, you carry a sense of something ancient and sacred. The light may be distant, but its glow remains in your memory. Cayo Icacos has no houses, no hotels, just soft white sand, turquoise waters, and the sound of gentle waves. It's a place to truly disconnect and embrace nature's rhythm. From Fajardo, a 20-minute boat ride takes you to the island. Along the way, flying fish leap from the water, and the sea is so clear you can see straight to the bottom. The sea around Icacos glows with every shade of blue, from glittering turquoise to deep sapphire. Just gazing at it is enough to wash away all your worries. Just offshore lies a vibrant coral reef teeming with tropical fish. Swim alongside stingrays, sea turtles, and, if you're lucky, even dolphins. One of the best parts of Icacos is stepping onto untouched white sand. No footprints, just purity. It feels like the island was made just for you. Many bring snacks and drinks, laying out a beach towel for lunch under the palms. No restaurants, no service, just ocean breeze and bird song. Perhaps the greatest gift of Cayo Icacos is the silence. You can lie back for hours, doing nothing, just listening to waves and letting peace seep into your soul. Leaving Cayo Icacos, you carry more than photos. You carry the feeling of touching a piece of untouched nature, where you were simply a guest, welcomed by sun and sea. San Juan Bautista Cathedral is one of the oldest churches in the Americas, built in 1521. For over 500 years, it has stood as the heart of faith and culture in San Juan. With tall, vaulted ceilings, arched windows, and its signature cream facade, the cathedral blends colonial Gothic with elegant neoclassical style. Inside, light filters through stained glass, illuminating ancient tile floors. Every statue and carved detail tells a story of faith and time. This is the final resting place of Juan Ponce de León, the famed explorer who discovered Florida. His tomb rests quietly in a corner, a living piece of history. Amid the cobblestone streets of old San Juan, the cathedral rises solemnly. Through time, San Juan Bautista remains a gathering place for locals every Sunday. Here, tradition and modern life blend as if they were never apart. Puerto Rico isn't just a place you visit, it's a place you feel. From Luquillo's waves to sunsets at Cayo Icacos, every scene becomes an unforgettable memory. Though small in size, Puerto Rico has a big heart, where culture, nature, and people blend in every breath of island life. If you're waiting for a sign to travel, this is it. Puerto Rico is calling you, with turquoise seas, lush rainforests, and warm smiles. With every step in Puerto Rico, you don't just discover nature, you discover yourself, freedom, stillness, and parts of you long forgotten. The journey doesn't end here. Subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss our next destination, from the Caribbean to the Americas and beyond. Thank you for wandering Puerto Rico with us. See you on the next adventure, where every journey is a story waiting to be told.